And welcome to the UIS Prairie Stars Coaches Show on Campus Channel 65. I am Tony Black. Joining me today is the UIS tennis program, Manny Velasco, Jane Brown, and Ben Manning. Manny, you are the end-all be-all here at the UIS Athletic Department. Been here for 35 plus years. Tell me about
No, 29.
29 years. Sorry, I added a couple
I'm
years.
only 32. How can I be 20?
Tell me about your experiences here at UIS.
Well, I've really don't want to know all the experiences because some they were good, some they were bad, some we want to forget about it. What we're going on through right now, it's a lot better, and I think it'd get better. And it's pretty much at. But if somebody wants to know more about it, my phone number is pa, and I won't answer. But if you really look for me. But what's going on right now is what's important.
Tell me about what's going on right now. You did complete your fall season. You had a match against St. Ambrose, and both your teams competed in the Quincy tournament as well.
Well, we almost completed. We're still adding some more matches for the rest of the Indian summer, but we're still practicing. It is very successful. We did very well with the girls at Quincy. And then St. Ambrose, we won. The girls won 7-2, and the boys won 8-1. When we were NAIA, we used to dominate all that, so it was good competition. But it was always shows that we still dominate that NAIA program. Now NCAA is a little different, so we're getting ready for that. And then the men. Quincy at men, we did very well. We got 2 first, and overall we got 2 second place if we're keeping score, but they were not. And we only lost for it by 1 point to Quincy. So that's not bad. Really happy.
Jane, tell me about your thoughts here in the fall season.
I think that I feel like as a team we've come together more than we ever have this season. I just feel like there's more teamwork, and I think that our girls and guys team did very well in Quincy and with St. Ambrose. So just the teamwork this year is a lot better.
Now, Ben, your men's team was the first one to make the GOVC tournament from any program here at UIS. Tell me about what that means to you.
Oh, well, it was just a great experience, just getting to go to the conference tournament, see how other teams interacted, and this is still a building program. But it was just great to get that year of experience under our belt, being able to go to the conference tournament. Since there are 12 teams in the conference, you do have to make the tournament. So it puts a little more pressure on every single match. But just the fact that we were able to make it, I think that's going to really allow our team to build on next year, or I guess in the spring season. And hopefully we can go back there. That's what we're planning. So
to make the conference tournament last year, you guys had to beat Quincy, and you did so. Tell me about going into that match last year against Quincy, and then playing Northern Kentucky in the first round.
Well, yeah, we had to go to Quincy, which was the tough part, and Poon and Josh and me and Matt, and we didn't win 3 doubles, but we were able to capture the first 2 doubles, and then from there on out, 1 singles won, 2 singles won, and 3 singles won, and we were able to get the 5 matches you need because we play a format of 3 doubles and 6 singles, so you need 5 matches in order to win the match. And if I'm correct, it was a rainy day that day, so we had to play indoors. Mm-hmm. So just the aspect of playing indoors is so much different than playing outdoors. But we were able to go in there and accomplish what we set out to do, and we made the conference tournament. And then first round against Northern Kentucky, that's not an easy task. We were the 8th seed going in, and we had to play the powerhouse of the conference first round. And we actually held our own. We won 2 matches. So we were able to do all right, and we looked just to build off that performance last year. Hopefully it'll carry in. It's already carried into the fall season. Hopefully that'll carry into the spring season once we get into conference matches.
Jane, tell me about your team goals for this year and what your hopes are.
I would like to do what the guys did last year and make it into the GLVC tournament. And I think that, like I said earlier, with the better teamwork we have this year, that'll be helpful. And I just think one thing we need to work on as a team, I'm referring to the girls, I don't know what you think about the guys, but I think we all need to be more consistent. And Manny always says this, if you've invested 20 minutes into a point, you better win that point. So I think that's one thing we really need to work on is being consistent and patient, and I think if we do that, we'll do pretty good.
Does Manny look for you and Druvy to be the leaders of the women's program?
Yeah, I would say so. Manny?
Yeah.
Tell me about your leadership that you have for the tennis program.
Well, I have leaders in one leads in one part, and the other person leads in another part, and to pick up one leader as the whole thing will be very hard because it's a very, very close group. They are all doing all together. I can count with some in some other things, and I can count on the others on the other. I have very few freeloaders, they all put on. But I have to count with the older, well, not the older, but the people that have more experience with the team, and because they know what to expect from me, and they are the ones that carry with the younger ones. But it's very nice to see how the freshmen come over there, and they are incorporated in our feeling. And more than a feeling, it's a philosophy that we have in the team. It's a part of it, and as much fun that we have over there, we're serious about corresponding to each other, protecting each other, taking care of each other. Not very seldom you see somebody that's on his own and taking care of just of his winning. It's an individual sport, but as we have it, it's a team sport because they all work together, and now the girls and the boys are very close together, working together. As leaders, there's always somebody that's going to be showing their leadership in more ways than the other ones. But to single out in a meeting like this, I don't think I could do it.
And talk about how your seniors have helped the freshmen and how your freshmen are coming along in the early goings.
That's the greatest thing that happens over here. We joking by getting some nicknames and things like that, talking about other things than tennis, where they talk about football, basketball, things that are going over there. We get them into the conversation. There's a lot of things that goes at the pro shop at Washington Park at the center, a lot more than just tennis. We talk a lot about other things that we find some things that are in common besides tennis, and that makes us a very strong team. We might not win everything, but very seldom we're going to come with the heads down losing because they all have tried. Now, as you always said before, the win and loss, it's indifferent to a lot of times. You're competing with teams that no way you're going to beat them because most of them bought that team. And I don't want to buy a team. I want to see what the team is, and we did very good against them. So, in fact, when we lost to, I think it was Drury, they got a chewing, and they beat us. And we got out of there laughing and joking because we did a lot better than what we expected. And I guess we hurt their ego because they didn't do as well. So that's a win. They might have got us a loss in the column, but to us, we had a heck of a good time traveling. We went over there and go eat hibachi on a breakfast. If you had hibachi on breakfast, it was good. We had a good time. And then we went enough to go to what's the other Kansas City team? Another one that does
Rockers.
We have to find an interpreter for that. We go to those teams and it can be only an interpreter in one language. They all have like the Babel towel. They don't get to communicate with each other. Good thing they all play tennis. There's something in common, and they do well.
Now, Jane, you've been here for 3 years. Tell me about your experiences here at UIS and the transition from NAIA to D2.
We played NAIA teams my freshman year, and it's just a whole nother level, NAIA to NCAA. Like he said, it seems like a lot of the really good NCAA teams have bought their teams almost. They're just a lot of foreigners, but they all play at another level. They're just really good. It's a lot different.
Now, Ben, you're in your sophomore year. Manny was talking about how the sophomores and the freshmen. And tell me about your freshman year last year.
My freshman year was an experience. A lot of the guys called me Goldilocks just because my blonde hair. So that's kind of a hazing, I guess you would call it, but it's all in good nature. The camaraderie of the tennis team is really what I thought set us apart from not even other teams in our conference, but other teams here at UIS also. Just the way we interact with each other, whether it's on the tennis court or off the tennis court, we really get along. We're not only tennis players, we're also friends. So I think that's a major aspect to our success.
Do you guys ever give each other advice on the court? Like if you see Ben hitting the racket wrong, do you just say, no, do it this way?
I don't give them advice, but I mean, if we see them hit a good shot, a winner, we'll always say encouraging things, good shot, Ben, but I wouldn't give him advice.
I can say that some of the seniors last year would give me advice when I came in, because maybe I was holding the racket a way that I shouldn't have, or maybe I wasn't moving my feet enough. And Punsisi Diaratna, he's our assistant coach now. He was a senior last year. He almost took me under his wing, and he told me what I needed to do to be just able to compete at the other level. So the fact that we have him as an assistant coach now is really helpful to our program. He's a great tennis player, and he's a good coach.
Now, Poon was nominated for the NCAA's Sportsmanship Award. He won the GLVC Sportsmanship Award. Tell me about Poon and what he's meant to you and as a coach and as a program, like Ben just said.
Poon is a tremendous kid. I would fire him a lot of times, but he's still a tremendous. He's great. He's got something, and he wants to help. He doesn't get anything. He doesn't want things back from everybody. So he's a tremendous kid. He knows he's a very, very good diagnostician. He looks at something and he can recognize. And he is such a good thing for me to have him around, because I can do other things while he's doing that, because I have the confidence that things are going to be done well. And he also has the same sense of humor that most of us have. And it's fun to make fun of him too. So,
and I'm sure the team makes fun of you as well, Manny.
Oh gosh, yes.
Tell me what the team does to razz you a little bit.
To me?
Yeah.
Well, old man. They said, there's so many things. So they kid me a lot about me playing the free cell on the computer, and my driving. They kind of complain about my driving.
Yeah.
And oh man, never end. They're careful though, because I got the last words all the time.
What has Manny meant to both of you?
I've known Manny since I was really young, and probably one of the main reasons I'm still playing tennis is because of Manny and just how great he's been in every way. He's probably the best coach I've ever had in my life, yeah.
Well, one of the reasons that I decided to come and play tennis at UIS was because of Manny. He has such a personalized feel to his program. I went to some of the other schools in the GLVC conference, and they didn't have the personalized touch that Manny did. Manny's almost like a father or a grandfather to you. He takes you under his wing right away, and anytime that he sees your head down or he sees that you could be playing better, he'll let you know, but he'll do it in a way that isn't contradicting to you or your beliefs. So he's just a genuinely great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are your guys' plans after the tennis career wraps up? And Jane, you can answer this first.
I'm going to be graduating in May, a year early, and I plan to keep playing tennis. I'm not going pro, but I'm just going to keep playing for fun and I guess go to grad school after.
What do you want to do at grad school?
Get my MBA.
And Ben?
I'm on a pre-med focus right now, but in the aspect of tennis, I think there's no way that we would still be playing the game if we didn't love it. So, of course, I'm going to keep on playing as long as I am able to. Just look at Manny. It's a game that you can play forever. So.
If you can sum this up in a few moments, Manny, tell me about your life in tennis.
Well, you heard them saying they had to say all those nice things about me. I'm still blushing, embarrassing. But, something we talk about, so many people talk about passion on one thing. It's easy to say passion, but you have to have the passion, and you don't have to say, hey, I have the passion. And it shows the passion by the time that you spend with it, how you analyze how things make you get up in the morning and say, hey, we got to do this, or when you have to give up a lot of things, when that this becomes in your order of priorities, it becomes a bigger things than some of the stuff. So I hate to hear that passion word when there's just a word. But if you have it, then you can pass it along to the kids. I think that I did my job. That's my game.
And what are your hopes for in this program?
My hopes for this program?
Yeah, as it moves forward.
I always hope is to see make a pre-assessment on my own. I don't have to show that to anybody or anything. I make a pre-assessment of what they are, and I also want to make an assessment of what they left when they left. How are they, not only as a tennis players, but as human beings, as people that care for other people that have learned not only tennis from me, but also how to deal with other people, how to care for other people. And that's my feather in the hat, that I don't want to show it off to anybody, but my gosh, it's so good to go home and think of what you have done and what has happened and how people react to it. That's worth everything, every investment of time that I put in here.
All right, Manny, Jane, Ben, I want to thank everybody for watching the UIS Prairie Stars Coaches Show. I'm Tony Black. So long, everybody.